Hey everybody. Alright, so this is a bit of a pre-recorded beginning to the episode. I wanted to show you guys some stuff I had done while I was off for a couple days. So I moved the schedule to the Monday through Friday. For all you guys following the Twitter or following the YouTube, you probably realized that. Basically what I wanted to do is I really hadn't had a chance to play the game for real for a while. And I just wanted to actually go through and play the game, hunt and peck for stuff, and actually get a chance to really play without having to like talk through it a whole bunch. Needless to say, I made a little bit of progress. What kind of started out as just a run for crafting materials, as I'll show you real quick, I now have 131 Great Balls, I have 66 Feather Balls, I have a bunch of Smoke Bombs and Spoiled Apricorns. And I also have, as you can see, a huge amount of grit, gravel, dust, and that sort of stuff, and even a lot of the tumblestones. I have found out from playing, I do not like playing with heavy balls. I think that they're very bad balls, and I don't want to use them, so I'm just not going to try and use them at all. I took down a couple of alphas, and I'll show you guys those in a minute. If you guys have been following my Twitter or my Instagram, you'll have seen that I kind of like put some updates on there, that we have a new boy in the squad, and I'll show him to you over here. So, I know I said that I would try and get you guys the shiny Pokemon on stream, and basically I didn't intend to get this Pokemon, it just kind of popped up. So, he's over here, and as you can probably see him popping into existence, this is our first shiny that's not specified through the game. This is Psyduck. So we actually got a shiny Psyduck. Psyduck's not normally blue, and as you guys will remember, the guy sitting here previously was Psyduck. So I just replaced him, so now we are one step on our way to a shiny city. And we'll just go ahead and throw this guy out here along with him. All the shiny boys in one place. The blue boys. You know, you gotta love it. That's our crew right there. They're all happy. Well, I don't know, is Psyduck happy? He's just kinda hanging out. And one thing I've been noticing, I want to tell you guys, this is a really excellent way to grind for apricorns in case you guys don't like grinding apricorns in the open world. I've noticed it kind of varies in how many you get on a regular basis, but if you ask him, like once you start unlocking more fields, you can unlock more things to make. Medicinal is like medicinal leeks. I think vegetable is supposed to be like items you'd find, like the things Pokemon like to eat. Mushrooms are kind of the same idea, and berries are berries, it's just random berries. I feel like apricorns are the best because you know exactly what you're going to get every single time, and there's no variation whatsoever to like what you'd end up obtaining. Real quick, I'll show you guys something as well. I have no additional key items that I've found except for this, actually, the old verse. I'll read it to you guys. Oh no, this was the one we already had. I found the old verse, I'll show you on screen in a second where I found it. I took pictures of all this stuff. So this old verse 14 says, "The fieldlands rush by underhoof as Weirdo carries me astride. Companions of mine run alongside us and Pokemon dash alongside. We come to stand where wind has swept and old days play before my eyes. The memories come running through, linking this place to times gone by. Time and space here blend together and unfold my hearts as I remember." Alright, so they're all just little poems, essentially. And I found this one, you can apparently zoom out too here. I found this one here, in this spot right here. Near the Deer Track Heights, I found this piece right here. So I've gone through, and as I was playing, I've marked any stamps with alpha Pokemon that I really want to get in this alpha Pokemon denotation. The Grueling Grove up here is still that Heracross. And I've denoted any wisps in Pokeball stamps. So I'll show you guys. I kind of went through and did a lot of review of the areas. Here we have another, we found the first old verse here, and I've gone through and basically combed through this area very thoroughly to try and find all of them. I haven't really gone down here as much, as you can kind of tell, because I assume this is where the story is going to take us if we don't move to another area. One last thing of housekeeping is we have some guys. You can tell our Pokemon are much higher level than they were when you left off. We were like at level 28 or something like that. Turns out just going out through the world levels your Pokemon up incredibly high, and trying to complete the Pokedex entries for Pokemon you've already completed gives you a bunch of experience. So we're going to go ahead and level up and evolve Dartrix and Luxio up to their max levels. So we'll go ahead and do Luxio. All right, and then we'll go ahead and do Dartrix. Alright, awesome. Before we go into anything else, I want to go ahead and look at the move that Dartrix received, and he got... So, Dartrix turns into, from a ghost and grass type in this game, into a fighting and grass type, which is an excellent move pool. He can learn, it looks like, Aura Sphere, this thing called Triple Arrows. User delivers an axe kick and then fires 3 arrows. Raises the chance of future critical strikes landing and lowers the defensive stats. That's very strong. And then he has Brave Bird as well, which is a very strong version of Aerial Ace, essentially. It damages the user, but definitely puts you in a better position. What I'm going to do is go ahead and take... I think I will take... I'm going to leave Leaf Blade on there because it's his signature, one of his signature moves, essentially. I want to put his signature move onto him, so I think what I'll do is, since we need something to cover for Psychic types, because that's his main weakness, I'm going to take Psycho Cut off and put on Triple Arrows. Right now, I'm going to leave Aerial Ace on because he's not exactly high enough HP to really start burning HP through the moves he has. But we'll move things around a little bit. And I don't think that, I don't think Luxray got any moves because he has all the best moves he basically could. He has Wild Charge already, and like I said, same reason. I just don't want to have them taking damage out here because the game's already punishing enough. Yes, I want to quit. So I'll show you guys really quick the moves we're currently working with as well. In the last episode, or two episodes ago, I did some adjustment of the Pokemon's moves, and I ended up doing more adjustment of the Pokemon's moves because I just wasn't having good results. So Decidueye now has like really good coverage, and he has Stab. We have Scyther, who has become like a linchpin in my team. He is really strong, and he carries a lot of fights. I currently have Air Slash on him just because it's part of his, his Dex Entry, and I want to try and get a shiny Scyther at one point or another. Sylveon, amazing coverage on her moves. Awesome Pokemon. Dazzling Gleam, great. Hits super hard. Mystical Fire, amazing coverage. Magical Leaf, amazing coverage. Calm Mind, the change they made that gives you attack and special defense boost, amazing. It's a wonderful move. Ponyta's kind of chilling. She got Iron Tail just for like ground types. I didn't really know what to give him. And then we got Luxray with all his fangs and like his, he has Quick Attack still just for fun. Waiting for something better like Giga Impact. And then Floatzel, I gave him Ice Punch for coverage. So my team is extremely strong right now. I have not fought anything in a while that I've died to necessarily. And I will say that I think I may have... This is a pretty standard team for a lot of people, but I think I have a pretty good version of it. So these are the boys we're rocking with. We got Luxray, we got Shiny Ponyta, we got Sylveon, we got Decidueye, we got Scyther, and we got Floatzel. So this is the crew that we're rocking right now. And then Shiny Psyduck's holding it down in the Shiny Psyduck's over here holding it down inside the farm. I did want to do a couple things of additional housekeeping since I've been kind of waiting on them for a while. I think this guy wanted... Oh, I don't have the items with me. Alright, I'll just have to remember to go back and do that. But... oh, the other thing. I have also found a couple of unknown. Alright, so when we left off, I think I only had K and W. I found M. It says a tree felled on sludge. I found that one. It's in the area. I'll put pictures on screen of all this stuff. It's in the area where you first fight Ursa. What is it called? Ursa Major, the big poke. Ursa Luna. I'm sorry. And then D was what was it? Among stumps and other areas and stuff like that. Essentially, this thing is sitting in the middle of... I'll just put the picture on screen. I don't remember exactly where it was, but you'll see where it is. And the only other thing I have gone through, you can see our research points is way, way higher than it was in the previous episodes. I've gone through and almost completed a lot of people's Pokedexes here. So like Bidoof is nearly done. Wurmple is nearly done, as you can tell. One of the ones I was really focusing on too was, where is he? Scyther. You can see Scyther is really close to completed. I just have to go and battle a bunch of Pokemon with him. And I also found a spot in the wild area around inside of this place near Scyther. So there is a item near the Grand Tree Arena, right around the Heartwood, right in this spot right here. That is where, if you wanted to get a Leafeon, it's either there or right here. It's like one in the woodsy area off to the left. There's a big rock. If you guys were looking to get a Leafeon, that's where you'd go to evolve it. So I just wanted to let you guys know that because I found it. But I'm excited to start using the new team. I've been also going back to this guy every time he's available to try and show and get everything I possibly could. I've been buying it every time. As you can tell, my money is also extremely high right now. I have like 80,000 money. So I've not been skimping on my grinding whatsoever, that's for sure. I'm just checking stuff. I'm gonna deposit these because I don't really want them. I'm trying to keep my bag a bit more organized. Oh, and the last thing. This lady over in the corner, the charm lady, if you go back and talk to her, she'll sell you a charm, which isn't like a shiny charm or anything like that. It basically gives you a benefit when you're out in the wild, like Hisui Wilds area. So this one I have, since I didn't really know how to deal with poison or statuses, I went ahead and just gave myself the one that gives me less affliction from status conditions, but you also have one that gives you more health, and if you die, so if you die a lot, you can have one that the first item that drops will be your actual charm and not the items in your satchel. So just kind of an easier way to look at things. And I want to see if I set myself up for this. I did not. What I did find and I've been doing is mass outbreaks. Mass outbreaks are really kind of cool. I'm not really it reminds me of horde hunting inside of Pokemon X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Basically what happens is we were just getting extremely unlucky. Also, you'd never find this one if you weren't looking for it. I found it when I was running around looking for the last one. Got all the wisp in the area. I've tried my best not to like do stuff when I wasn't on camera with y'all, but it's been a little hard because sometimes you just run into things. So essentially what's happened is I've been trying to get as little progress made as possible, but as much progress made as possible, if that makes sense. So trying to really hone in on particular Pokemon and say, I want to get this Pokemon completed because they are part of a mass outbreak, and it thus increases their shiny chance if I have a better dex of completion on them. So what I've ended up doing is I've gone through and looked at like, okay, what's the tables? What can spawn as a mass outbreak? The ones I really want are Wurmple and Scyther. Those two can spawn in the first little area. How you spawn a mass outbreak is essentially you come to this dude and you will go into the wild area. So if I wanted to try and spawn one, I would go, he doesn't say there's one out here. I would go into the area here, just go to the Fieldlands camp. And Lavington will give us research tasks because I evolved some Pokemon. So we'll skip past that. And basically what will happen, he's gonna give me some stuff. We're already like way at the rank. And then he's gonna tell us to go to Silene. We go back to the village. When we come back, he won't do that again. But what basically will happen is that I am going to go back in. It'll put me right around here where I can just come back out. I'm gonna dive out into him. And I'm gonna come back into the Fieldlands camp or the Heights camp, either one, doesn't matter. And I'm just gonna keep resetting the roll. Essentially, it gives you a chance, no matter, as soon as you unlock the bridge, so you get your first star, you can start seeing mass outbreaks. I'm trying to proc one here for you guys. I might just cut until I proc one if I don't get it now. Yeah, he's not doing it. I'll come back when I actually get one. Alright, y'all, so I am still at it. I really haven't found one. It's been like about 3 minutes now. I'm just literally doing this, going to Lavington, talking to him, and return to the village. If you guys do know of a better way to actually spawn these, I would like to know. But it's one of those things where, from my experience, all I've done is because I have so few areas unlocked, you're basically hoping that you're going to get the one particular area or the two particular areas to roll for a wild outbreak or a mass outbreak. So if there is an easier way to do this, I think people have come up with one, and I might do a video on it once I investigate it a little bit further, is that you're able to save and then like save the actual outbreak as a thing and not have to come back, and you can come back to it later. But we're gonna keep rolling, and I'll just try. Oh, there it is. Act perfect, perfect. So he's saying, I'm hearing reports of one of those mass outbreaks out there. Stay safe, kid. So as you can see, now that we're here, there is a small icon on the map for Psyduck. If we zoom in this area right here, right outside the camp, we have a Psyduck outbreak. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. We're gonna go in the Meyerland's camp because it's right at the beginning, and we have a lot of Pokeballs that are excellent for catching Psyduck right now. So basically what a mass outbreak is, now that we're in here, we're gonna walk right over this way, and we're gonna see a huge amount of Psyduck spawn. It's not gonna be anything too crazy. It's not like a million Psyduck. It's like maybe about like between 4 to I've had up to 12 spawn, but your results might vary a bit. I'm not positive that that's like average. So what we are looking for is the mass outbreak, and we are not necessarily in it yet. We need to be a little further along. So even though this is a Psyduck, it's not part of the mass outbreak. The mass outbreak is occurring here in the puddle. As you can see, there's a bunch of Psyduck in a place they don't usually spawn. What we're going to do is I'm going to go and start catching all these Psyduck so that I can make new ones appear. And I have found that wing balls are excellent for this. It'll say you found the mass outbreak at the top of your screen, and the Pokemon will fight you, so you want to make sure you bring a team that's not like completely useless when you want to fight. This is going to fight two Psyduck, and neither of them are shiny. Let's see triple arrows for the first time. That's cool. Not very effective, but it's cool. I mean, against this particular Pokemon. Alright, so Confusion's gonna hurt now because he's now a fighting type. Yeah, this is gonna actually do a lot of damage to me. Alright, we'll just go with Aerial Ace. Start rolling through him. Do that front kick, yeah. So usually what you could do too is, if I had wanted to and I was thinking a little clearly about it and wasn't talking, I would just throw in spoiled apricorns at these Pokemon, and that would have given me the chance to toss a Great Ball at them. One other thing I've done is I've basically moved completely away from using Pokeballs altogether. Here, I'll try and show you if another one attacks me. Is one attacking me? It's got the eyeball. Okay, yeah. Dang, man, these guys are aggressive. Psyduck are way more aggressive than you would think. Sorry, I'm trying to focus. As you can see, it gets a little hectic because a lot of these guys are spawning now, and they're all trying to attack me. We're actually going to fight them because I can't take another hit. Yeah, we're going to fight them because I can't take another hit. If you get ganged up on, also, it is pretty dangerous, so you don't want to try. You don't really want that to happen, as you can tell. And a lot of people had reported early on that it was only be 4 to 6 Pokemon. I really must have gotten lucky because I found a lot of these mass outbreaks have upwards of like 10 Pokemon, and they'll just spawn back to back to back to back to back. And you better hope that you honestly catch every single one of them on the first try, because they will gang up on you like this. You'll have like 5 Psyduck attacking you in the same battle. And if your Pokemon is like drowsy like that, they'll take more damage. And so you just have moved to Scyther because he's the one that carries your team. But I'm glad I got to show you one of these actually, because these are very cool. I've been using Agile Style on him because it's one of his research tasks he needs to unlock. Alright, we'll go back into hiding mode just so we can get the last Psyduck in the puddle. That should be the last one. Once you have better Pokeballs, alright, it says all the reported Pokemon seem to be gone. That means that we have cleared out every single Pokemon in the mass outbreak has been obtained. So basically, if I was to go back and keep resetting and doing this over again, I got another Psyduck one, they would all be different Psyducks that came up in here. And if I go and talk to Lavington, which I will right now, I will get credit for every single one of those Pokemon that I just captured, as I normally would. None of them were shiny, but there is a much higher chance of your Pokemon being shiny if it's in a mass outbreak. So for like Psyduck here, we probably had around a, what is it, like a 1 in 500 chance of all these Pokemon being shiny individually. So it's pretty good odds. Now I made Psyduck's picture blue also because you can do that just by this. If you get the shiny, you can do that. And as you can see, I actually got a lot unlocked there because I fought so many Psyduck at one time. So this has been kind of a talky episode more than anything else. I'm going to go ahead and get the star from Silene just so I stop having to hear him say this for one part. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and keep doing the story. We have a lot of side quests that are currently lingering that I do need to complete. Actually, now that I say that, I'm going to go ahead and do... I don't have hers yet. And Erazu doesn't have one. This guy doesn't have one. I will go ahead and get a little bit of bag space unlocked, and like I said, a little bit of another star from Silene. Silene has just started saying the same thing also. She doesn't really like say anything new. She just like, congratulations, here's a star. So I'm not going to talk over her stuff because she kills my voice. 4th star. We might even get a 5th star, honestly. I don't know what the next level is. Alright, we got 4th star. You can use leaden balls now. Level 50 will bait you. And we'll get more survey points. Have these. It's for leaden balls. I don't use these balls at all. Hyper Potion and Super Potion Vivichoke. That's nice. Alright. I want to see if I can get more rank yet with her. Oh, dang. That's awesome. Made progress. So I actually got 2 stars back to back. That's excellent, man. So in this episode we got 2 stars. We evolved 2 Pokemon, and we got and we got the ability to finally make wing balls, which is funny considering I just made so many feather balls, and wing balls are basically the great ball of feather balls, if you can think of it like that. They progressively get better and better. Can I go any higher? Are we done? Nope, we're done. Okay, 2 stars is pretty awesome though. So basically what I'm gonna do after this is go and farm and make a bunch of feather balls, which I've also found this might just be an episode where I just do a lot of housekeeping and keeping you guys up to date on what's going on. Playing with Drifloon. Seems like several people have spotted a Drifloon playing with one of the village children. Mickey and the security chorus can tell you more. Speak to her and get to the bottom of this. Alright. Another one. Krogrunt's curative poison. Seems that Pacel, the captain of the medical corps, intends on making some medicine using Krogrunt's poison. Find out what help she needs. Yeah, I think this is actually, if you guys wanted to really watch something, I think this is just going to be a housekeeping episode. Because I need to, or at least the first half of it, I really need to upgrade a lot of this stuff, get a lot of these bag spaces. I wanted to show you guys the upgrades we had gotten. I also wanted to show you the unknowns and stuff we had gotten. I'm only going to get 2 of these because they do get very expensive and I want the money. What I'll probably do is craft some wing balls with you guys real quick. And I think I've already talked to this person, but I don't know if I actually gotten their story any farther. Alright, his sister is missing is the thing with him. I don't think anybody, I wish they would put a little dot over their head if they actually had a quest or not, but they don't, so it's kind of unnecessary. One of the things I did not actually see that I wanted to show you guys, I don't know when this unlocked, but Anvin here will actually sell you a lot of crafting materials that no one else will, and recipes. So there's a thing here that I wanted to get. He'll sell you like remedies, super remedies, full heals, honey cakes, grain cake, bee cake. This is where you go cakes from. Then he'll sell you dire hits, and then he'll sell you this. This is Star Piece. When I was out playing by myself, I actually encountered a time distortion. Within time distortions, you can get shards, so red shards, blue shards, green shards, and then Stardust comes from shiny ore deposits. I'm going to buy this because while it costs $10,000, Stardust don't sell for that much, and red shards don't sell for that much. If you combine them, they sell for a lot of money. Star pieces are one of the... I'm sorry, that was my phone. Star pieces are one of the highest selling items in the entire game. What I'll also show you is he can sell crafting materials. So stuff like tumblestones, black tumblestones, and sky tumblestones, as well as apricorns. Things like sootfoots, caster ferns. So if you're the sort of person who really hates going out there and collecting items in this way, what you can do is, let's say I have, nothing I have is really worth a lot. Maybe Seeds of Mastery, and you see red shards aren't worth that much. Stardust not worth that much. Yeah, I don't have anything really worth selling at the moment. But let's say I wanted to go, oh, I got a moonstone as well. If I wanted to sell some stuff, I could sell my items, and then instead I could go through time distortions, get all these shards, and then get Stardust from ore deposits that are sparkly, come back, sell these, and say I don't want heavy stones anymore, I want to get sky stones, which is what I want. So I could buy 635 of them, which is a bit much. I already have a lot of them. I have 96 in my bag. I'll buy 90 of them, because I'm going to use these balls almost for the rest of the entire game, as well as the tumblestones here. Tumblestones aren't that expensive, so you can afford to invest in a lot of these. I'm just going to go ahead and buy like 150 of them. I'll buy like 100 of these as well, honestly. 150 of these as well. And this is just easier if you don't, like I said, you don't want to go around collecting stuff. I already did that, and I did go around collecting things. It's just one of those things if you just don't like it. And I'm going to sell all my black tumblestones, because as I said, I really don't like using those Pokeballs. So I'm not even going to try. Yeah, heavy balls are black tumblestones and an iron chunk. And iron chunks are way more useful in your great balls and in your wing balls, or in your ultra balls and in your jet balls. So just a heads up if you guys were like, oh, I really want these though. Maybe don't. Maybe don't, man. We can make a couple. We can make one of these. We can go ahead and sell that. We have, oh, pick up Poke Ichi doll as well. We can make one of those, and we'll sell and see how much they're worth. I'm not actually sure how much they're worth. All right, so a star piece is worth 5,000, so that is a very big increase. Nuggets are still worth the most, but we definitely want to make sure we're doing those if we can. I think Benny had something he wanted me to get him. Sootfoot roots. I really need to carry my inventory around for a little while, just complete these guys' quests. But yeah, that's pretty much all the stuff that I unlocked in this area, and we're kind of like already near the end of time. So I wanted to show you guys a couple. I think we'll not do story in this episode, so just skip to the next one if you want story, as I had said earlier. I did want to show you one more thing in the village. So if you go and, there's Haunter, he's hanging out. If you go to this person, or the person out in the wild area, so we have a huge amount of Psyducks now. Let's say I'm getting close to filling up my pastures. I'm not, but let's say we are. I have a huge amount of Cricketots from a recent mass outbreak where I missed a shiny. I'll try and put that on screen now. That was fun. And then, so I got a shiny and missed a shiny when I was off camera. And I'll try and get another shiny on camera for you guys, because I do want y'all to be able to see what they look like. So I went and did Scyther and said, I don't want all these Scyther, these are useless. What we can do is release our Pokemon. Say, I don't really need these guys, they're kind of here just for fun. And you can mass release Pokemon now. So I'm going to release all of these Pokemon, because I already have a better version of them or something like that. And I'll hit release. And say, yes, all these Pokemon will be released back into the wild area. It doesn't increase the spawns or anything, it doesn't do anything like that. These are on my alphas, by the way, in case you guys were curious. I've started catching alphas now just for fun. I have an alpha Scyther, which is kind of cool. And I think he knows, like, Swords Dance. Yeah, it's not anything better or worse than you'd normally get. But once I leave this menu, this guy will approach me. He says, hey there, John. The Pokemon you released down just left a little something behind for you. Take it, would you? And depending on how many Pokemon or what quality of Pokemon, I can't really tell, leave your pasture, he will give you grit dust, grit gravel, and sometimes a grit rock. I think alpha Pokemon leave a grit rock from what I can tell, because I accidentally released an alpha. And I think that's the only difference between what I had done. So I'm going to go with that's the explanation. One Pokemon I wanted you guys to see just for fun. Oh, there's another one. Awesome. So maybe we'll actually just have this episode be showing you guys mass outbreaks also. So the Bogbound camp will go over here. While I'm even talking, there's a huge amount of things in this game that I have not actually picked up on yet. So like lots of quests out here, like this person over here has a quest. He has a Sudowoodo quest, which is awesome. We're actually about to do that mass outbreak. I've been waiting for you, kiddo. Let's get down to business. Let's take a look at that Sudowoodo. It was looking pretty listless, so I gave it a whole feast of berries. That's funny. Even though it got gobbled all up, it seems like it has no energy at all. Isn't that odd? So I figured it must be parched. After all that, it's like a plant, right? It must need to get watered. Nope. So if we could just fire off a healthy water pulse at it, I'm sure it'll perk up in no time. Actually, wait, you don't agree? But plants love water. Bring me a Pokemon that can use water pulse, and we get Sudowoodo feeling right as rain. Okay. This guy does not understand what this Pokemon is. And this Sudowoodo is just going to chill up here. What's up, man? He seems pretty okay with me. I don't see anything wrong with him. This person over here has something that will spawn if we talk to them. Say you there, could you lend me a hand? I was on my way here from the Mirelands camp when this Alpha Hippowdon came after me. I got away, but I dropped a charm I was carrying. Now I can't find it anywhere. I've just got to have it back. If you found a charm laying in the swamp, could you bring it back to me? Alright, so he's got a charm in the swamp somewhere. And I think that is it for people who need stuff in this area. There was a couple, and I think we've gotten them all. What I'm going to do is travel to the Brava Arena, because this is where Sudowoodo is currently popping up. Got wing balls. Let me do some orientation of my bag real quick. It's really important to keep your bag very organized when you're doing a lot of this stuff, because let's say like here, the way that it organizes your bag is kind of weird. And like smoke bombs, like if you switch between spoiled apricorns, they're more useful with great balls. You switch between smoke bombs, they're more useful with wing balls because they obscure your vision and stuff like that. So we definitely want to make sure that everything is in a good spot and not just like sitting around in weird areas. All right, now what we got to do, we got to find the Sudowoodo outbreak, which should be right around here by the entrance. This is where Sudowoodo spawn anyway, so makes sense. What I'm going to try and do is toss a smoke bomb to let you guys see what those look like. So this makes a obscured cover field where I can just throw Pokeballs from relative stealth, essentially. You don't have to actually sit down or crouch in this sort of stuff. Alright, they're all running around now, moving all crazy. I'm not sure why, I've never seen them do this before. Yeah, they're all moving around. And you can stand up, you don't actually even have to... You don't even have to crouch to be in stealth when you have that happen. Or have one of those active. Now I'm just going and catching them because Sudowoodo will do this thing where they like run and then they stop completely. So it's actually better for me to do it this way because I get back strikes. That's not shiny. Shiny Sudowoodo has a bunch of... Sudowoodo are pretty funny in this game. I like them. They're really easy to catch. They just kind of like sit there. I think that there's one more I didn't grab. He must be like running around here. Yeah, there he is. He's chilling. Oh, I missed. Gotcha. That should be the last one, then Outbreak should end. He got out, really? Wow. What a champ. As you can see, Wing Balls and Feather Balls are amazing for catching Pokemon, except for this one apparently. He doesn't like to be caught. I've thrown like 4 balls at this Pokemon. There we go. All the Pokemon seem to be gone. So no shiny in that one, but we'll get a huge amount of Sudowoodo research at this point, which is excellent. But as you can see, smoke balls are pretty awesome. They basically give you mobile cover, which is kind of invaluable in this game, because cover is one of the most broken things I think that you can do when you're trying to catch Pokemon. You can basically just sit there and not have to do anything really that fancy. Alright, well that's really all I wanted to do in this area, to be real. That's kind of like, I wanted to get all the little new things that we could talk to people about, and I also wanted to grab the mass outbreak because those have started populating for us. And it's pretty important for you guys to see how those work, because I really want to, if you do, well, I really want to make a video on it to show you guys how it applies to shiny hunting. And I'm currently in process. I actually just recorded that before getting onto the mic here. Made some observations on Sudowoodo, obviously, which the thing is, what's kind of cool is if you do a mass outbreak, future mass outbreaks a lot of times will have better odds because you've completed the research task, or you've had more opportunities to do stuff. So like for this one, it says, if I had a mass outbreak, if I said times you scared off with a Scatterbang, I could throw a Scatterbang into the group of 5 Sudowoodo and immediately complete that task. Boom, done. Times I've seen Mimic, if I go over here and just start using status moves on them, or like start using Swords Dance on a big group of them, all of them might use Mimic. So then I could go over here and just say, okay, I got Mimic on like a huge amount of Sudowoodo back to back to back to back, and bring a water type Pokemon and just keep using something like a rest or something like that. So they'll keep resting, the battle will never end, and we'll all just kind of sit there. So, and then there's also for Sudowoodo this one, like investigate the listless Sudowoodos. Before I can even complete this page, I need to do that quest. So, just kind of cool. There's a lot you can really do in this game, and we're really close to the next level too, but we'll go back to the village. I actually want to go into the, just check and make sure that there's no things available in the first area. I can just do that from my map real quick. I think that there are, but nobody needs me to talk to them to get them going. Okay. So we have obtained all the quests possible outside of those in the Galaxy Hall, which is part of the actual quest. And we got a satchel. So we'll go ahead and unlock this. Got some merit points. That's nice. I've gotten a few more of those. Right now, what I do is I keep my game on autosave. I don't do that thing that a lot of people do right now where they don't want to ever get the autosave to... Oh, I don't want that to happen. Give me that. I don't do that thing where people try and kind of, not glitch the game, but like make the hold spawns of particular Pokemon. I haven't even used these yet, so I'm just going to drop them. But I will eventually. If you guys were curious how these items work here, I can show you too. We're basically doing a cleanup episode, so I'll just show you how some of these items work. If you go into your bag with the grit stuff, these are grit dust and grit gravels and stuff. These items can make your Pokemon gain IVs, essentially. Like IV EV has been kind of combined in this game. So we have grit dust, grit gravel, grit pebble, and grit rocks. Grit dust allows Pokemon stats to be raised up to level 3. This is level 3 to 5. This is level 6 to 8, and this is up to level 9, or at past level 9 gives you level 10. You can kind of think of it, if you've ever played Dark Souls, as a Dark Souls type mechanic, where like you have shards, shards, chunks, and then what is it called? What is it? I'm sorry. Slivers, shards, chunks, and rocks, kind of the idea. So like a grit rock is essentially like a blood chunk in Bloodborne, where you really don't have that many of them, and they make you make your Pokemon the strongest they possibly could be in one of their stats. I'll show you guys real quick on a grit dust. So this is useful on any Pokemon because they all have low stats. If I was to use this on Decidueye, I could improve any of his effort levels up. So I could say this Pokemon is attacking. I want him to gain an effort level and attack. So he's level 2. Now he'll have level 3 in a second. And now he can no longer gain anything from the grit dust in level 3. I need to go to a grit gravel and give him a grit gravel to increase it to level 4. And then again to level 5. And then again to level 6. And now he can no longer use grit gravels. Grit pebbles, I can go over here and give him up to level 6. Now he's level 7, level 8, now level 9. So now he can't use that. He has the highest potential attack modifier right now that he possibly could without using a grit rock. If I use a Grit Rock, you can see now he has effort level 9. I'm not going to use this right now because I'm not sure if Decidueye is going to be on the team 100% of the time. So I want to use this on my most valuable Pokemon possible because they're very hard to get. I think you just literally get them from alphas that you kill. Alphas that you capture and release. So if you really don't like capturing or fighting alpha Pokemon, probably reconsider so that you can actually get some of those. They're pretty important. Max Revive set's kind of nice. I actually really like that. I'll take him. This guy gives you some pretty good stuff as well. A medicine that can be used to revive a single Pokemon. Fainted also restores max HP. This guy gives you some pretty good deals. I do like the random mechanic. I hope he starts giving me different items though, because he's been giving me a lot of cakes and stuff recently. And I don't really want those. Nothing new for Zuzi. Everyone else is pretty good. And we're probably just at about time. So what I will do in the... take that away. In the current time to kind of like give you guys an additional amount of stuff to look at, I'm going to do a kind of a quick cut where I go through and just show you guys me collecting all of the wisps that I've found so far, because we do have a fair amount of those that we really haven't done yet. So I'll be right back and I will show you guys kind of like a highlight reel essentially of all the wisps I've caught inside the Obsidian Fieldlands. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in a second. Alright, so we got this one up here. It's all the way on top of the second Heights camp, and it's just the very top of this rock. You can get up here either using a Pokemon we haven't unlocked yet to climb the rock, or by just doing some tricky jumps with Weirdeer. The view is awesome from here, actually. It's really cool. Alright, I'll see you at the next one. Alright, this next one is just due, I think it's east. Let's say it's just east of the main camp. You just run around over here and it's up on some rocks. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I actually had a Golbat attack me when I was right here. So this one is right on here at the edge of the closest to the Heights bank, before you cross the river to go over towards Scyther's arena, or Cleavior's arena. It's up here on a rock. I'll show you on the map. It's just right here at the end. There is also a couple across the ridge. So we'll grab this one. Alright, so this one can be found at the top of the ridge right across the river, there where we just were. Go ahead and grab this guy. If you can't really find it, it's literally just right where the river begins. It's the first big hill to your right. There, you guys actually just saw I lost my warding charm. That Pokemon, the Dustox, actually shot poison powder at me. And if I had actually not had my warding charm on, it would have poisoned me for the next foreseeable couple of like minutes. To get rid of poison, I think you have to stand perfectly still. And while we were talking, I actually was able to come over here. You can see how far it was from the previous one. But essentially, it's just right down here. It's on the top ridge. If you look up this way as you're fighting Combies, you won't miss it. And I'll keep chatting with you guys. We're not going to catch all the wisps. It's just the ones I've found so far. Yeah, so if you grab the warding charms, I would really highly recommend you guys do buy one and keep them on your person at all times. Just for the fact that even that poison one there, if you are afflicted with poison, you will have to stand perfectly still while you try and actually let the poison go away. This next one is here outside of right by Lopunny, the Alpha Lopunny. If you have Basque Legion, you can swim across from the other side of the bank and then swim back over this way. Otherwise, you have to run past this alpha Pokemon. Man, yeah, I shouldn't have done this at nighttime because there's so many Golbats hanging out right now. Alright, this next one here is over by you have to cross the bank from the Heights camp. I'll show you in the map real quick where I'm at. It is on the very edge of the left. When you turn left from after the Tidewater Dam, it's on the very edge on the topmost hill that you could possibly be on. So if I was to walk, or the second highest hill from where you could be on. If I was to keep walking this way, I would get to the Grand Tree Arena. Alright guys, so we've obtained everything down here in the southernmost area that I can quickly and easily obtain. These two up here that I've found near the Horseshoe Plains and near the Worn Bridge require a different ride Pokemon than I currently have. It's the one we will get in the icy area, I believe, or at least the next area we'll be visiting. So we can go and grab those a little bit later. I'll zoom out real quick into the next area that we've already been through. You can see I have a couple in here, and I'm going to try and grab those for you as well. Just give me 1 second, and I'll hop back over and get those. Alright, so for this next one, we have gone from the Meyerland's camp over that way. We've come over here. This is where all the Tangle are, and it's up a little higher. Sometimes you need a ride Pokemon to get this one that we don't have yet, and it's really easy to get it if you have one. But you can just use some weird tricky jumps with Weirdeer if you want. Alright guys, I actually lost this one for a second. This one, as you can see where we are a little bit, up there is a large Alpha Onyx. I'll show you real quick just so you know where I'm at. The Alpha Onyx, it sits on top of this plateau. Right in kind of the middle. You can kind of get up here using this path. This won't spawn in really until you get really close to it. So like, you have to kind of just know it's there, or you won't see it from a distance. I'll show you on the map real quick as well. We're right here by the boulder slope thing. Alright guys, we got another one here that doesn't really spawn in until you get really close to it. So this is right outside the little murky area and where there's some graveler rolling around. It's on the left side near the waterfall. You might have to use Stantler to get up here, but yeah, it's just one just kind of hanging out here. You have to be right on top of it to really see it. It doesn't really show up very well. For the next one, I've actually transported myself all the way to Brava Arena. This is the easiest place to go from to get this one. I would go to the one that was across the river, as you probably had seen, but that one actually requires a lot more traversal than this one does. Alright. This is actually one I wasn't anticipating finding. You can collect them on Weirdeer, by the way. I just don't do it for the video. Yeah, I fell down this a little bit and I wasn't supposed to, so glad we found one anyway. Alright, I was able to recover it. This is another wisp that really doesn't like to show itself until you're very close to it. I think I've made a mistake and did not really know where the one in the middle here was, but I'll recover it and show you guys eventually. I'm just going to take this stamp off, it just looks misleading. The next one we're going to go to is the one that's over here on Lake Valor. It's on this far side of Lake Valor. You can either cross the entire outside of Lake Valor to get to it, which is what I'm going to do right now, or I think if you have Basculegion, you can literally just roll across this. I don't have Basculegion yet, so we're going to have to go around Lake Valor. And just for any of you guys wondering, this is actually Lake Valor from the main game. It has a little thing in the middle of it and everything. They also have Lake Acuity in the other lake as well, so they're just in the different maps. So I'm sure we will fight Asleaf and all them as we have in the past Sinnoh type games. That'll be pretty cool. These lakes essentially are basically just big circles on the outside of them. Sometimes Alpha Pokemon can spawn. You have Onyx here. He's just always chilling here. I've already caught a couple of these Pokemon, even though I didn't do it on camera, just because it was like, whatever. It's a little boring to like watch me just catch Pokemon the entire episode. I guess what is this episode then? But up here on the edge of the lake, there is one right here. And to the very top, I think I told you could swim over, but you do still have to climb up a little bit. Alright. There may be more down here a bit as you go farther down. I'll check real quick. Yeah, my Weird Ear's legs are broken multiple times over at this point, that's for sure. Alright, so I'm not seeing any more from my cursory, just quick review of these. What I'm going to do is, since we have caught all the ones that I found, I'll get this one later. This one's right outside camp. We'll get it when we come back here sometime. I'm going to go ahead and talk to Professor and go back into the town. And we'll go ahead and call this video wrapped up. This was a nice little interim video. I got to show you guys everything that you missed when I was playing on my own. And then in the next video, we will start going back into the main story. So I appreciate you guys watching this one. This one was a lot more like tutorial-esque almost. It really wasn't, but like scripted out or anything. I would normally do a scripted tutorial. But this was more just like a what did you miss in the middle? What Pokemon did we catch? What items did we miss? Where are we missing things in general? And now we have an almost fully evolved team. I'm still waiting for either a metal coat or for a, I think it's called like a rock sliver for Scyther. So I'm kind of hoping I can get one of those soon. And Ponyta just needs like one more level. Actually, do I have any candies? I can maybe level Ponyta up in this episode too. We can just do all the house cleaning at one time. Okay, Ponyta levels up a little higher level than I remembered. So we won't be getting her this, I say her, I don't even know if it's a girl. But we won't be getting the Ponyta in this episode, unfortunately. But we made a lot of progress in this episode. We got a lot of wisps. The last thing we can do is talk to the little kid over here, the creepy kid. Because she's supposed to give us rewards as we get the wisps. Let's see if we have enough for a reward yet. So we got 22 wisps. There's 85 more. Oh, we gather 5 wisps, we get a present. It's Oval Stone, which is a particular stone that makes certain species evolve and round and smooth. 10 wisps, we get a rare candy. 20, we get a Seed of Mastery. 8 more, we get a reward. So it looks like in increments of 5 and then 10, 10, 10. So we'll see. How many did I want? She wants all of them. And then that's like, that's a dumb question then. It basically just says, what do you want? And she says everything. All right, but no, this has been a good wrap-up episode. Appreciate you guys hanging out and watching this thing with me, whatever this has been, and we will continue on in that building right there in the next episode, and I'll see you guys there. Later. Hey everybody, this is JP Firepledge, and I've been the one bringing you this episode of Pokémon Legends Arceus. If you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and tune in next time for the continuation of the series. I'll see you guys there.